Nintendo Switch. See what's going on. Okay, yep. Got all sorts of problems in there. And see if I can get that on screen for you. Cannot seem to find a good angle to get it on screen for you. Yeah, there's a bunch of bent pins in this. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 that I see. So that's fairly well crunched. We will disassemble. We will pull the port, and then we'll do some testing and see if there's any collateral damage. We cannot do testing before we remove that port. It would be pointless. So we'll go from there. Okay, we are disassembled and we are prepared to start on the port. I am going to throw my temperatures up and get my equipment running and steam extractor going. Stage the right iron. Equipment is on. Back to microscope. I think we can zoom out a bit for this. I'm trying to be more mindful about my zoom. But as I said before, the most important part is that I see what I am doing. I really want to be mindful of what you're seeing, but not at the expense of what I'm seeing. We will flood this with low melt, as always, and go from there. Okay, it appears removal went well, no pull pads. Take that off to the side. We will make sure, actually we're going to flip the board and make sure any bridges are cleared. There is one bridge there. That would interfere with our measurements. Okay, all the bridges are cleared. We're going to connect our meter. All right. We have our meter leads, and we'll start around the M92 T36 PMIC. This is this capacitor right here is connected to Pi 3 USB. And it appears to be shorted. So we do have a Pi 3 USB issue. Let's check our M92. We're checking the signal sides. Some of these will have dual lines going to the chip. One of those will always be ground. But you don't want them to both be shorted to ground. This is one of them. Okay, everything's checking out on the M92. We do seem to have a Pi 3 USB issue so far. Okay, and check all of our lines. This one's supposed to be ground. None of these should be. So far, so good. That one should be. This one should not be. Okay, let's check around our BQ24193. Everything seems to check out pretty good there. flip it around, take a look at our Pi 3 USB, which seems to be having an issue. Right on ground. Actually, let's check our filters first. We want them to be continuous this way, not this way. They tend to have some manufacturer residue on them, and that could be a little bit of a challenge to get a measurement through, so don't get fooled. I have to scrape them a little bit to get a measurement on them. Okay, let's go right on ground. Okay, and we definitely have a short on our Pi 3 USB. This side should not be grounded, and it is. So we need to replace or at least pull the Pi 3, make sure that short gets relieved, and if it does, then we can proceed with the port. Alright, let's test real quick. Make sure our short has been relieved. Nice thing about this is we have a nice big ground pad we can test with. And no more short. So definitely was our Pi 3 USB. Let's continue with the replacement. Okay, anything else? No issues. Make sure our short did not return. All good. Very good. I don't care about the capacitor being a little bit crooked. Not that you guys can see it. All right, all good, all aligned. Make sure we'll double check that before we start making proclamations. Okay, let's clean that off. Okay, real quick, I want to take some quick readings just in case, because I did have a strange little nudge on the placement. Just want to make sure nothing bridged. Shorted that did not, was supposed to short, was not supposed to short. Okay. Okay. I don't think anything bridged. Alright, so we will perform a quick test. See if we get something resembling normal behavior on both sides. Okay, that seems relatively normal. Okay, and that seemed relatively normal. Very good. So, I will clean up more thoroughly off screen, and then I will assemble enough to test, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're assembled enough to test. I have my known good battery here. We will test with it first. Test with it, period. Throw the power supply on, and I'll switch you over to this scene so you can watch along. Get this out of the way. Alright. Full battery symbol. Alright, and touch and everything's working. That's good. So what we'll do next is we'll power it down, then we'll reassemble entirely and run it through a series of tests once it has a chance to charge its own battery up, and then we'll test with the Joy-Cons and make sure the internet's all good, and then we'll test the dock. So that's what's coming up. Real quick, I forgot to make sure we're charging on both sides. We're back to fire it up. I just fired it down, but I want to make sure we're charging on both sides. It's recognizing on both sides. It's recognizing it, but we're only pulling 0.09. I mean, it's at 99%. It's at 96%. We should be fast charging, I feel like. Could we have a dead in 92? Let me pull my OEM over here, set it down. Let's see what's going on here. And we're pulling 0.45 over here. So that seems okay. May just be arguing with my PSU. Nah, yeah, we're okay over here. So I will reassemble. I'll put, it's just disliking my PSU for some reason. We'll reassemble and we'll let it charge on its own battery for a while. And if we encounter a problem, we'll deal with it. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's charged up enough to start up here. So I want to run a couple of tests. We'll switch you over to this scene so you can follow along. First thing we'll do, it's still not wanting to play nice with the PSU, so I'm just going to have to run it on the OEM. Okay, it is recognizing and charging. the Joy-Cons. These are my Joy-Cons, my test Joy-Cons. Let's go to settings, internet. As you can see, it's seeing the networks. Good enough. All right. I'm going to let it sit here and charge for a little while longer, and then we'll test the dock and make sure it's docking. Make sure we're not having a problem there, and if it all checks out or not, we'll go from there. Okay, we're set up for dock test, and as you can see, we are docking. Did you capture? Very good. We'll come back and wrap this up. Okay, that's really all I have for this video. In summary, we had a port problem with I think about 5 bent pins, and we had to pull it. And in testing, we figured out that we had a bad Pi 3 USB. So we changed that out, made sure it relieved the shorts. There were shorts around the M92 T36 and the Pi 3 USB. It relieved both shorts. Once we pulled it, we put a new one on, put a new port on, and everything seems to be good to go. It is docking, it is charging, it's charging its own battery right now, so all good to go. That's really all I have for this repair. If you have any questions about the equipment I used in this video, take a look in the description below. They're all linked down there. If you like the video, do me a favor, hit the like button on the way out. Really helps the channel. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll see when I post new videos, which is about 2 times a week at this point. And that's really all I had to ask of you. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.